Welcome back to Dexter Plays Vintage Story.
Welcome back. We're here again on our lovely world. And I got a few things cooking. Are you done? You look like you're done. Okay, so I had another charcoal run done. I also have this guy cooking. Where is he? 19% complete. Okay, so I need to do that 4 more times. We'll finish up on the 4th, on the 5 total cookings. Let's go grab some more charcoal first. And we'll get that cementation furnace cooking again. There we go. Take the charcoal. Here we go down. Got a lot of things to look at. Been working, been busy, spent a few hours grinding away at a few things. One of the things I did was I harvested at least once the whole set over here. So I got a lot more food. And where am I going? And a lot of flax. And I made some changes to the power setup. We'll take a look at what I did. Now there's a thing about what I did. I don't know if what I've done is actually going to do what I'm hoping it'll do. I'll have to see. Come on, hit me. Yep, there it is. Well, you know what? It didn't come all the way down. Nice. First time. Alright, so then I need to... Oh, damn it. I need a torch. Where is the nearest torch? I think the nearest torch is over here. Another one of those things I need to do. I updated these to double chests. And I went out and got a whole bunch more blue clay. I needed the blue clay for cobblestone. It's also good for the hives as well. You know, if you're doing bees, apiaries. Light that puppy up. Good. And close it off. Alright, so that'll get me up to 40%. I'm going to put my torch away so I don't lose it. And at some point, I need to make some torch holders so that I can keep them on the wall like I do down in the kitchen. Alright, so that's done. I have over here in the chicken field. I don't see one in there. I need a broody chicken in there. Are you turning broody? I can't tell. Because I want to get first generation chickens are all over the place. They're crazy. Do I have any 3rd gens? Yeah, I have a 3rd gen goat. There he is. There's my 3rd generation goat. Hey, little guy. Can't get in there to see him. Mama's all over him. But I've made sure that everybody's Gen 2 in there. So that's a key piece. I have done another harvesting on the apiaries. So I picked up another 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 20 more hives. I do every other hive and alternate, so in the checkerboard pattern, which ensures everything comes back in. Everybody here is at least Gen 2, and I got a bunch of pregnants now, which that's awesome. Need to feed them again. They just keep going through the food, I tell you. They're crazy. I did one more harvest of the cattails. Alright, next. We finished doing all of the iron blooms. So the blooms are all up in here. And I still have, 80 or 76 of them left, but I have made 29 ingots so far. I also moved the anvil over here to the corner, and I have the automated quern there. In fact, I think it's done its thing. Cool, thank you. Turn that off. So each of these now has a clutch and a transmission, so I can turn them on and off at will. Oh, come here. See? I think I got some stuff in there to crunch. I do. So I'll let you go for a little bit. In fact, I can also fire up this, and if I really want to, this. And you remember before, oop, too much. Notice everything stopped? Now it's picking up. We'll turn that off. And you're back to cruising. So why did that happen? Let's go take a look and see what I've done. I have now created a new space. There's 4 windmills going on up here. All driving... Whoop, nope, can't do that. I gotta go do it. Where's my door? I think it's right... Yeah, there we go. All driving a large gear, coming down here to a large gear, which is then driving the various different automated units that I have. So I could drive all the power through one of these things. Now, what's unusual is there is enough wind power per sail, per one of these, to individually drive each one of these, right? So if I had this hooked up like I did before, 1, 2, and 3, I could have all 3 of these things running as fast as the one was going on down there. Now, there's supposed to be a conversion of not only speed but power. So this is supposed to, I'm theorizing here, it's supposed to give me a lot more power so that I could drive all 3 of them at the same time without any problems. However, I can't. You saw that. When I tried to turn on all 3, they jammed. So that's odd as far as I'm concerned. But I wanted to give that a try. The other thing I could try to do is also to change the gear to something that'll go quicker. And I think the way I do that is I have to move this out and put this down to a large wheel to a small wheel instead of a small wheel to a small wheel. And that should make things go a whole lot faster. I think each of these also has different power drive requirements. I think this is the easiest one to turn. And I think that's the hardest one to turn. So I might be able to do a downshifting to allow that to go much faster. But I don't really need that because I don't have that much stuff to crush. All right. That's done. Let's go ahead and talk about another thing I've got set up over here. I have added another room. This is all set up in black basalt cobblestone. And these are going to be the 3 things I'm going to be stockpiling in here right now. I've got enough for a fruit press, and then I'm going to do the distiller and the condenser for making fruit, alcohol. So fermented wine or ale or something like that. That's in the future. We're not going to do that today. Put this away. Thank you. What I want to do today is I want to talk about iron and steel. So right now I have some steel shears that I've been using. And I've been using them for clearing up sticks. And so I've actually got a whole thing for sticks now because I'm starting to gather a lot of sticks. And I also have a iron axe that I've been using. And I crafted a number of iron tools up here as well. Basically, it's the same as crafting anything else. You get hot and you bang it away, right? So I've got the pickaxes, the regular wood axes. I got shears, and I have prospecting picks, all in iron. Let's do some more of these. And where do I want to put these? I'm going to put these over here. So, I also have the cementation. You just saw me fire up the cementation furnace down there to make some more iron, which is going to have more steel. So that iron in the coffin will become blistered steel. The blistered steel gets hammered here again to make steel ingots. And so we have 14 steel ingots. We're going to make some stuff now. And you have a... So that'll heat that up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same things here. We're going to make a pickaxe. We're going to make a regular axe. We're going to make shears. I actually already have shears. We're going to make an iron prospecting pick, and I want to make a sword, a long blade. I can also even do a knife, actually. So we'll see how that's going to turn out. I'm going to have to use, also make it like an iron hammer, but I don't have to. This, when you're doing steel, must be worked, any metal must be worked with at least the one tier below it. So if you're going to be doing copper, you can do it on any kind of anvil. If you're going to do bronze, you have to have at least copper. And if you're going to do iron, you have to have at least bronze. And if you're going to do steel, you have to have at least iron. I'm sure that when they go to the higher gear, the higher stuff, you'll have to do steel. But that's why we've got the iron anvil here with the iron health hammer to work the stuff over here that so when I'm doing steel, it's not a big deal. But I'm going to have to use this over here. In fact, why don't I just take this out? Come here, you. I want to make this easy on me. Ding! Alright, so we're going to do various tools now. I'm going to go through this. I'll speed this stuff up. But we're going to do a pickaxe, an axe, a prospecting pick. I already have the shears done, and a sword.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread with the angels. Fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. They say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again.
Alright, well, I've just finished off a full set of steel. So let's go ahead and do some comparisons here. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and put away my iron axe, or my iron hammer here. Got a whole full set of iron stuff here. Got pickaxe, or not pickaxe, chisels, hammers, saws. Got a couple of old chisels over there too that I'll probably end up using. But here we've got all of the iron that I've got as well. So we're going to go ahead and compare an iron. In fact, I've got one right here. I got iron pickaxe, an iron prospecting tool, an iron axe is over there, and an iron. Didn't do a shovel, did I? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put this here. There we go. And we'll compare these over here because I got pretty much iron all the way across the board, right? So we'll take one of each of these at the moment, and I'll put them back. So if we take a look at the shears have 308 or 3800 durability, attack tier 0, minus 3 hit points. A lot of durability there. And if I look at the steel, it's nearly triple that, right? Attack power is 3.5 hit points. It's pretty much the same-ish, 3 to 3.5. It's not the attack power, it's the durability. The attack tier is also the same at 0. I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 pieces away for now. Next, let's take a look at the axes. So the axe is 900 durability. It's a tool tier of 4. But the thing that's really important here is to look at the durability and the mining speed. So wood is 5 by 8. You're going to use this almost exclusively on wood. If you're going to be doing plants or leaves, go get the shears. The shears are going to be far better for that. You don't want to waste your axe on it. Still, you've got 900 durability, and again, an 8 times on the wood. Steel, double the durability, and 10 times wood speed. So 2 times more on it. Plus it's an attack tier of 5 as opposed to an attack tier of 4. This makes a difference because the tiers will give you a bonus the farther you are away from whatever it is you're attacking. Wood is tier 0. You just have to have a flint thing to take them down. So this means this steel axe is going to last a very long time as opposed to the iron. We're going to talk about some of the hesitancies with that as well. Put that away. Next, if we take a look at the iron pickaxe, we can see it has 1,000 durability. That's tier 4, and it's going to be going through stone and metal. Really, you're looking at stone or metal, all 7.5. Its attack power is 2.3. But those are the things you're going to be using it on. You're not going to use it on ceramic or ice so much, but you might, as if you're out there and you find clearing out a ruin, and you're like, oh look, it's a pot. Yeah, well then you're using the 2.8. So yet again, 1,000, 7.5. We're at 2,500, so 2.5 times more, and the speed with which it'll go through iron, stone, and ore is 9 times, and it's a tier tool of 5. So there's a couple of things here, depending on what you're actually trying to go through. This will cause a lower hit to your durability per strike because of the fact that the tool tier is going to be higher. But you might have to use steel when you're going after things like titanium, for example. I think titanium is either steel or iron. One or the other. But you can see down there it's even saying it breaks rocks with ease. Put that up there. Next we have the pickaxe. So the prospecting pick here is used pretty much exclusively to detect deposits that are above 2.5% concentration level. Does not register surface copper, quartz, rock salt, or lapis lazuli. It is a tier tool of 4. It is 650 durability, and it goes through stone, which is generally what you're going to be hitting with this at 4.5. So it's 650, 4.5. This is 1625, so it's 1,000 more roughly, and it's going to be doing a mining speed of 5.5. The rest of it's the same, but it is a 2-zip of 5, so that does mean, again, every strike it's going to do a little bit less durability because of the differential between the quality of the stone you're hitting and the tool tip or tool level. So we can put that, you go there, you go there. Next, hammer, chisel, sword. Okay. The hammer, let's go grab a hammer and a chisel over here. So I'm going to swap these things around a little bit. Right done the iron axe, we'll put that up there. And we did the iron pickaxe, so I'll put that all the way too. And you. All right, so if you look at the hammer, the iron hammer has durability of 1,800. It's 2.3 hits per swing, but that is inconsequential. Every hit moves one piece as long as the tier of the hammer is at least one below whatever it is you're hammering on. So iron will work on steel, but each stroke might do a little bit more on durability than if it's on a softer metal. So the higher your hammer, the better for its durability and how long it'll last, but it's still one strike per move. Here, see 4,500? What was it again? 1,800? 4,500, and it's tier tool 5. So this is going to last a whole lot longer than the iron. The iron's going to last quite a bit longer than the copper and the bronze. In fact, I think let's go grab a copper one of these. So that's the iron. So we look at those. I'm going to go ahead and put my steel iron away. My steel hammer. My steel iron. Steel hammer. All right, so then we have, in fact, let's go take a look at the copper. The copper chisel has 600 durability. All you're going to see is durability on this. There's nothing else. It's just every time it's used, it takes a piece of durability away. The iron chisel is up at 2,000. The steel chisel is at 5,000. So it's obviously still cooling. I think I might even have, I'm going to put my copper chisel away. Actually, put my steel chisel away up here. Okay, you guys, you're really starting to kill me here. Steel chisel. We got the knife. And why don't we take a look at the knife roll? Here's an obsidian knife. It's got durability of 8, a mining speed on plants of 1.2. It does 1.5 hit points of attack damage, but its tier tool is 0. This 2,250. It's a tier tool is 0 still, which is interesting. I would have expected the tool tier to be much higher than that, but it isn't. It does do mining speed on plants a little bit faster, and its attack power is 4, so it's significantly better than the obsidian knife, but it's not. The increase, the durability is the biggest deal there. That's a really nice increase in durability. Put that right there. I want to go down because I think I might have a copper sword down here on the rack. I do have a copper sword on the rack. So let's take a look at the copper sword. The copper sword, now this is the one that's going to be most key for when you're trying to kill something. Keep in mind that when you swing and you hit something that is a higher tier than the weapon you're using, it takes less damage. So the durability is 250. I have a tool tier of 2, or attack tier of 2, and I have a 3.8 hit points. Your mining speed isn't really terribly important. If you're using your sword to hack at wood and leaves, stop. Just stop. Don't do it. It has an attack range of 2.5. It's going to be the same for most of these swords here. Iron, 850, tool tier of 4, or attack tier of 4, it does 5. So 3.8, so it's doing 1.2 more damage. And from 250 to 850. It's a nice big jump durability. So let's go take a look at our iron, or steel. 2125. That's almost, close to 3 times the durability. It's a tier tool of 5. It's going to do 5.3 points of damage, which doesn't seem to be that much, but keep in mind, again, every time you go a tier above, you do a little bit more damage with each hit, and when you go below, you do less. So this is going to do more damage on most things. So a steel long blade is going to kick the crap out of things like just a regular old drifter that's out there. I'm going to put away the copper tool at the moment. Still want to go through those. Is that my copper chisel? It is. Let's put the copper chisel away. So that's a quick look at the various iron versus steel versus copper weaponry stuff. What is this? This iron chisel? Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and put the iron chisel away over on this side. There. So then one other thing to talk about. I have, if you look down below here, usually between episodes, I restock the wall with obsidian equipment. So I have obsidian shovels, knives, axes, and I use these. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of these now. I use these for just stuff that doesn't matter. You know, speed isn't important for me when I'm coming through here and trying to get rid of all of the charcoal. Yeah, I could probably go through it faster with steel, and I might if steel becomes much more readily available to me. But the biggest thing really is how much effort goes into the obsidian versus the iron versus the steel. I stumble across obsidian all the time. I have not had a shortage of obsidian at any point in time in my playthrough. And so creating tools out of obsidian and just chewing through them has no value. It has no opportunity cost to me. So I find this to be more appealing to me, even if it is a little bit slower than if I was using an iron or a steel tool. My resistance to using iron and steel is just the amount of effort that goes into both finding the iron, which here I am in like episode 40, 50 something. I don't remember where I'm at right now, but I'm in quite a ways. And I was having an iron shortage just a couple episodes ago. I had to go out and specifically mine a whole bunch of iron, and I got lucky and I found a bountiful deposit. And now I'm swimming in iron, which is really nice. And I'm going to start using a lot more iron tools because of it. But even that, I have to go through, I have to use the bloomery to make the iron blooms. I then have to go and hammer out the blooms into ingots, and then heat up the ingots and hammer them out into tools. The process of making an iron tool takes a lot of time and effort. The resources now aren't so bad. If I was still having resource problems, I would definitely be using obsidian for nearly everything. The only thing I don't use obsidian for is when it's important for both speed and survivability. So, for example, I'm going to be using, once I finish using up my iron sword, I'm going to switch to the steel sword because when I hit stuff, I want it to die and I want it to die now. So I'm willing to spend all that extra time trying to create a steel ingot to make an iron or steel sword. I will also use it for a few other things like my mining pick. The mining pick is important because there's some ore I can't mine without having iron. Bronze gets most stuff. Iron, I think, gets all of it. Steel absolutely will get all of it. So I'm going to be using iron and steel pickaxes when I go down looking for stuff. The only thing I might, if I didn't have such an extra bounty of iron, I might be tempted to use my iron or my obsidian pickaxes to go and dig away the stone to get to the ore, and then use the iron for the ore. But now that I have such a good deposit of iron up there, I'm going to go ahead and use iron pickaxes now exclusively for digging. And I'll probably take a steel with me as well to clean out ores. And when I get down to the point where I'm actually mining, I'll probably use a steel pickaxe, especially if I want to go after things like titanium. So that's the thing that I feel are important with the various materials between obsidian, copper, iron, bronze is in there too, and steel is, one, how hard is it to get? I'm out. I can't do bronze right now. So right now, the iron is less valuable to me in use than the bronze is. And I actually need bronze to do some of the braziers that I want to do that I have down here. The scones, I can either find these things, I can either find these in ruins or I can make them out of bronze. And I don't have the bronze to make them. And I want to make a couple more of those. The other thing I need is copper for the distillery stuff. So copper has a value to me now too. So of the things that I have, iron is the most readily available and usable item that I have. So I'm going to be using iron quite a bit now. I'll probably even start making some knives and some shovels out of iron and using those in place of my obsidian that I've been using currently. All right. Well, I think that should do it for us today. Now that I've covered all of the iron tool set, you might want to grab your iron tool sets as well. Please feel free to go out there and have fun with it. If you're playing on My Seed, remember, way down here, this is where the iron is. So go to town, go down there, get that bountiful stuff. Out of all the iron I've gotten so far, and I have probably 80-ish ingots right now, potentially. I still, God, this hammering out these ingots is such a pain in the ass. It really is. See, I can turn this thing on and woo, there he goes. I'll have to put it back. All right, come back and join me in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.
Creeping through the shadows and the corners of your mind. I go where the wind blows. I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a